Alright guys, it's a quick video on some cab mount replacements. 2012 Ford F250 crew cab. This is what I'm dealing with. So I had some knocking, I couldn't discover what it was. Thought it was suspension and tried replacing stuff and found out after a good look my cab mounts had it. I don't know if Ford made these out of cake or donuts or what, but this truck's not that old for those things to decay like that. Seems a little ridiculous to me. But they're pretty bad all around. So I asked Ford what it cost to replace. He wanted over 500 bucks for all the mounts. And I pretty much said screw that. Got on eBay, found some Daystar brand, polymer infused, Kevlar infused, blah blah blah. Some of these, oh, maybe urethane, polyurethane, I guess is what they are. And I said they're Kevlar infused. I don't know what the hell that means, but that seemed good. So this is the setup I've got. Jack here, jack there, got one down there. On this side, for raising up, I loosened this point, which has a bunch of wire loom in it. There's a little tab behind that shock that holds that wire loom. Pushed it out and got it loose. And that's pretty much all I had to do. You just got to get it up high enough to where it clears. And that's it. So, it's good to have the 3 mounting points, because I think this whole apron area here is just kind of flexing. And obviously I took the front wheels off and the inner fenders out. Get access on this side. There, on the steering knuckle up there, there's a bolt right there. I took that loose, pulled the steering knuckle down, so gave it some room. Don't know if you need two. Under here I did, can't really see it. Get a light on it here. I did pop that tube loose because it just goes straight from the cooler up, or from the cooler straight to this connection off the frame. So I popped it loose so it had the flexibility with the hose, and that worked out fine. Because I've already done this side, as you can see. If I get my dang camera lined up, there we go. Now, obviously one of the biggest issues with this whole mount replacement, gosh, there's some of my other mounts, they're just garbage, man. What the heck, made of cheese? So, biggest issue online was removing the bolts. And I ran into the same situation and broke one. So, obviously, they are just coated up with blue Loctite. So what I did, because you can basically get to everything in here, there, and you can get to it from the cab. You can pull the carpet out, which I did, and pop that access pop out. And the other bolts, right, there's the top of it right there by the radiator. And it's pretty much a mirror image on each side. And what I did is just use a torch. Put a torch on it for about, I'd say a minute. That, until I heard some popping and sizzling, which was the blue Loctite giving up. And this side and the other side, there's this access there to the top of it. As you can see, a little bit of torch scorch, but that's all right. And there's this little plastic cap. There's one on each side. Now there are 4 mounts on each side of the vehicle. There's the one here, there's the one down there, and the one there, and there's one right in the middle. The middle one is different, and those were actually in the best shape and still are in usable shape. I'm gonna leave them because, let's see, this part here on the middle one, inside that hole, it's got a 13mm hex shape. so you can fit a hex socket in there. And I assume it's locked into the top piece, which would be this one here, and it screws into that one and locks the mount down, because that bolt on that middle mount came out without no torch. It just zipped right out, so it had no Loctite on it. But then I noticed I can't get the mount to come loose, and I tried putting the 13mm hex and unscrewing it, but it's on there, and I was like, I don't want to deal with it. It's still in decent shape. So, and it's not made of the same stuff as those are. It's actually real rubber. These are, I don't know what those are, like foam garbage. Anyways, so I left those alone. But that's what it took to get these things out and get them replaced. And if anybody has any more questions about this procedure, let me know. Can't think of anything else right now. Pretty much covers it. So ask any questions or comment, and I'll try to help you out. Thanks.